Assalamu alaikum wa marhaban bik. If you recall, in the previous episode, link placed above, we actually discussed that the Arabic verbs is classified based on the formation of the word, that is the letters which form them. Where we said that we have sick letters or weak letters, unsound letters in the Arabic language. We said these letters are alif, wa, and ya. These letters are termed as unsound or sick or even weak letters. So if you find any of these letters in a verb, you just know that this verb is considered to be al-fi'lul mu'tal. That is an unsound verb. And we said, apart from these three letters, all of the other letters of the Arabic language are considered to be sound. We told you that based on this, the Arabic language verbs are divided, categorized into two. The first category is al-fi'lu sahih, that is the sound verbs. This one, none of the letters will have a sick letter. Example of this, we have the word fataha, we have the word qatala, we have the word hasiba, we have the word karuma, we even have the word raja'a, and the rest of them. Then the second category is the one which has one of or two of the sick letters. An example of this is the word wako or wogo, is the word goa, and the rest of them. Now today we want to look at a different aspect concerning these verbs. If you recall, in the very last episode we discussed that the verbs of the Arabic language, their pronouns are usually attached to them. When we give example of the phrase I ate in the English language, and we said to say this in the Arabic language, you can simply say akaltu. Where we told you that this word akaltu, it is a two-in-one word, because the word akala there, it is the verb, and the two there, it is the pronoun I. But this type of pronoun is called attached pronoun, because you know that we have different types of pronouns. We have the detached pronoun al-domairul munfasila and the attached pronoun al-domairul muttasila. The detached pronouns are huwa, hiya, anta, anti, ana, huma, antuma, nahnu, hum, hunna, antum, antunna. These are the detached pronouns. He, she, we, I, me, and the rest of them. Then we have the attached form of these pronouns. These ones, they are attached to the verb or sometimes even to the noun. That is why I can say akaltu, I ate. So we can also say dhahabtu, I went. Dhahabta, you went. Dhahabna, we went. Dhahabu, they all went. This we had discussed it extensively in the link placed above. You can watch the video. Today we want to look at how do we attach this attached form of the pronouns into verbs which have sound letters al-fi'lu sahih, and even verbs which are al-mahmuz, a verb which has the presence of hamza in it. How do we attach these pronouns onto them or into them? And how do we even attach these pronouns to al-fi'lul al-mithal? Al-mithal is a verb which has the first letter as a sick letter. Now can we go into this? Let's go. We are still on our book An-Nahwul Wadih. So if you have not purchased a copy, you can get it from any bookstore, or even click on the link in the description to download a copy of this. We have, as usual, al-amthila. The first example says sami'tu nida'a. Sami'tu nida'a, which means I heard the call. The word sami'tu, you can see sami'a is the verb, and that verb, it is a fi'lun sahih, an authentic, a sound verb. This is because all of the three letters forming the word sami'a are sound letters. There is no alif, no wa, not even ya. So sami'tu, I heard. The two there is I. Sami'tu, I heard. Number two, in this first section we have sami'na nida. We had the call. The na there is the we. So you can see how the na is also attached to the sami'a. Then we have at-tiflani sami'a and nida'a. At-tiflani sami'a and nida'a. The two babies had the call. You can see all the two boys had the call. As you can see, sami'a alif has been added to it. This alif is called aliful ithnain, which is the alif of dualism. The alif which shows that this verb is pointing to two people, sami'a, both of them had. Now number 4 we have al-atfalu sami'un nida'a. The boys or the babies, the boys or the young boys had the call. The word sami'u, you can see the word there is called wa'ul jama'a, the wa of plurality. This wa shows that this verb is pointing to third person plural males. So if I say sami'u, it means they all had. Just like the word qalu, dhahabu, and the rest of them, raja'u, the other tongue. So that word is attached to the word sami'a to give you sami'u. The next example we have al-banatu sami'na nida'a. The women, the girls, the ladies, or the girls, they had the call. The word sami'na, that na, that short nun fathana, it is the one representing the group of females, third persons. Sami'na, they all had. Now this is the first section. You can see all of these present tense verbs used here with the attached pronouns. They are all sound verbs. Now coming to the second section, we have wa'adna. Okay, we have amarutu bil ma'rufi. I commanded good. Amarutu bil ma'ruf. I commanded righteousness, good. So the word amara, it is a verb also, but this type of verb is called al-mahmuz. Why? Because it has hamza. Now hamza is at the beginning of it, amarutu, a. That is why this type of verb is considered to be a verb of mahmuz. Now amarutu, now the two is added to it. You can see no changes has been done also. This is to say that if a verb is al-mahmuz verb having hamza, no changes will also be done when attaching the pronoun to it. Do you understand? If you do, alhamdulillah. If you don't, then you can drop a question in the comment section, and you can even try to rewind, to take back this video so you start watching it from the beginning, and Allah will bless another inshallah. Next we have amaruna bil ma'rufi. We commanded good. Na is also attached to what? Amara. Number 3 we have az-zairani sa'imal intidhar. Az-zairani means the two visitors got tired of what? The waiting. Got tired of waiting. So sa'ima, you can see the word sa'ima. Hamza is in the beginning of the word sa'ima. Now aliful ithnain, the alif of dualism, is attached to it. So sa'ima, both of them got tired of waiting. Can you see? Number 4 we have az-zairuna sa'imul intidhar. The visitors got tired and exhausted of waiting. So sa'imu, the wa'ul jama'a is simply added to it, just like we added it to the word sami'u. Masha'Allah. And lastly we have al-amilatu bada'nal amala. The female workers begin the work. They started the work. So the word bada'a, it ended with hamza, and nunun niswa, the nun of feminism, is simply attached to it without it causing any changes to the originality or to the formation of the verb. From this we can conclude that any verb which has all of its letters as sound letters, such verb, when you try to attach a pronoun to it, no changes will be done. The same way, any verb which has a hamza either at the beginning, in the middle, or even at the end, such a verb, attachment of pronoun will not cause any changes or even scatter the formation of the verb. Can we move on to the last section? Of course. In the last section we have number 1, wa'ad to be fa'ilil khayri. I promise doing good. I promise the doing of good. So you can see wa'adtu, the word wa'ada, this is also a verb, but here the verb is beginning with wa, and we already learned that wa is among the 3 unsound letters. We have alif, wa, and ya. They are called the unsound, the sick, or the even weak letters. So wa is beginning this verb. Now we simply added 2 to it to give us what? Wa'adtu, I promised. Can you see? Number 2, we have wa'adna bifa'ilil khayri. We promise to do good. So you can see wa'adna, the na is also attached to it. The na there is we. Wa'adna, we promised. Number 3, we have al-bintani wa'adata bifa'il al-khayri. The two ladies promise to do good. So wa'adata, the ta there, it is the ta which stands for dual third person females. So wa'adata, we simply attach it to the end. And number 4, we have al-aghniya'u, the rich, the wealthy ones. Wa'adu bifa'il khayr, they promise to do good. Wa'adu, they all promise. The wa'ul jama'a is simply attached to it. And lastly, we have al-ghaniyatu, the female wealthy ones. Wa'adna bifa'il khayr, they promise to do good. So wa'adna, the nadia is the one that stands for third person females. MashaAllah. So wa'adna. With these 3 sections, we can already conclude, even before going into the detailed explanation, that any verb which has all of its 3 letters as sound letters, such a verb, when you make an attachment of pronouns, no changes will be caused. And the same way, any verb which has hamza in any of the 3 positions, such a verb, when you attach a pronoun, no change will be done. And the same way, any verb which begins with an unsound letter, which has a sick letter at the beginning, such a verb, when you make an attachment of pronoun, then no changes will be done. If we already understood this topic to this point, then let's move on to the detailed explanation given by the writer of this book. Let's go al-bahthu, research. Arafna fi darsi sabiqi. He says, we know from the previous lesson ضمائر الرفع البارزة التي تتصل بالماضي والمضارع والأمر. We know from the previous lesson the apparent, the clear pronouns which are usually attached to past tense verbs, present tense verbs, and even command tenses. We already know this. ونريد أن نعرف هنا حال الفعل السالم والمحموز والمثال عند اتصاله بهذه الضمائر. Now in this lesson we want to learn what will be the condition of a verb which has all of its letters as sound letters, or one of the letters as hamza, or one of the letter, or the first letter beginning with wa, that is with an unsound letter. What will be the condition? كل فعل في القسم الأول. If you look at the previous example, you will find out that every verb in the first section من الأمثلة سالم. From the example, the first 5 examples, they are all sound verbs. These verbs, they do not have hamza and they do not have a sick letter. وفي القسم الثاني مهموز. While in the second section, you will see that all of the verbs there, they have a hamza. وفي الثالث مثال. While if you check the last section, you see that all of the verbs begin with a sick letter. ولو اتصلت هذه الأفعال الماضية في كل قسم بجميع ضمائر الرفع التي تتصل بالماضي. And all of these verbs that you can see in this in all of the sections, if you attach the pronouns that can be attached to a past tense verb to them, ولو أنك ضاهيت بين كل فعل منها قبل اتصال بالضمير وبعده ما وجدت أن الاتصال بالضمير أحدث فيه تغييرا. And if you make this attachment to all of them, you will see that this attachment of pronouns to these verbs has not caused any change. ويمكنك أن تسند وحدك مضارع كل فعل في الأمثلة السابقة وأمره إلى ضمائر رفع التي تتصل بها. And it is possible for you to also bring out the present tenses of these verbs in the previous sections and even their command tenses, and make an attachment of the attaching pronouns to them and see what happens. فَإِنْ فَعَلْتَ. If you should do that, فَإِنَّكَ سَتَرَى بِنَفْسِكَ. You see by yourself أَنَّ الْمُضَارِعَ وَالْأَمْرَ, that the present tense and the command tense لِلسَّالِمِ, for the sound verb, وَالْمَهْمُوز, and for the hamzated verb, وَالْمِثَال, and for the weak verb, like that, for the verb that has a weak letter at the beginning, لا يتغيران, they will not change. أيضاً بالإسناد, they will not change just because you attach a pronoun to them. So we have discussed this earlier. Now let's come to the qawaid, the rule. The rule says, the first rule says, إذا أسند السالم والمهموز والمثال إلى ضمائر الرفع البارزة. if you make an attachment of a clear attaching pronoun to a verb that has all of its letters as sound letters, or one of the letters a hamza letter, or the beginning letter as a weak letter, لم يحدث هذا الإسناد فيها تغيير. This attachment will not cause any changes. MashaAllah. So this is a simple rule. Now we have two exercises to solve. The first one, تمرين الأول, it says ضع كل فعل من الأفعال الآتية في جمل مفيدة. You are to place all of the following verbs in complete sentences مسندا إلى كل ضمائر الرفع البارزة التي تتصل به. Making sure that you attach all of these verbs to the type of pronouns that can be attached to them. This we have studied. وَإِذَا حَدَثَ تَغْيِيرٌ فَاذْكُرُهُ. After doing this, if you find any changes, then mention it. This is easy. I'm going to solve using three of the first three verbs for you. Then you can go on to solve the remaining by yourself. If you ever meet any difficulty on the way, then you can always let us know so we make correction, inshallah. The first verb said fataha. We can simply say fatahtul baba, I open the door. Fatahna al-baba, we open the door. Fatahul baba, they open the door. Fatahna al-baba, the women open the door. We can even say fataha al-waladani fatah al-baba. The two boys open the door. Al-bintani fatahata al-baba. The two ladies open the door. Fatahta al-baba, you open the door. Fatahti al-baba, you open the door. And here we cannot see any changes, mashallah. The second verb is a present tense verb, yas'alu. I can say at-talibu yas'alu al-ustada. The student is asking the teacher. Then I can even say at-talibani yas'alani al-mudarrisa. I can even say at-tullabu yas'aluna al-mudarrisa. At-talibatu yas'alna al-mudarrisa. We can even say that nahnu nas'alul mudarrisa. MashaAllah. Now the next one, kif. I can say kif ya walad. Kifa antuma. Or kifa ya waladan. Then you can say kifu ya awlad. Kifna ya banat, mashallah. Kifi ya bint, mashallah. You can see there is no changes caused to any of these verbs. Now you can solve the remaining. Coming to Tamarin Thani, exercise number 2. The first one says Kawin Khamsa Jumalin. You are to form 5 sentences fairly here. 5 verbal sentences. Fa'iluha ma'adin. The verb should be a past tense verb mithalun, which begins with a sick letter. Musnadun ila domain raf'in, that is attached to a nominative pronoun ma'astifa in domain, making sure that you use all of the domain. First I can say dhahabtu ila al-masjid. Okay, the verb should be a verb that begins with a sick letter. I can say I can say wa'adtu abi, wa'adna abana. I can say wa'adu abahum, wa'ada abahuma, wa'adna abahunna, and the rest. MashaAllah. Now you have to form five sentences this way. Now, okay, we have formed it. Now number 2, we have kawin arba jumalin. Form 4 sentences. Bikullin minha mudari'un mahmuz. Each of them should have a present tense verb that is hamzated, having a hamza. Musnadun ila domain raf'in, that is attached to a nominative pronoun. Ma astifa in domain, making sure that you use all of the domain. Now I can say, which word do we use? Let's use the word yas'alu also. I can say at-talibu yas'alu al-ustadha, at-talibani yas'alani al-ustadha, at-tullabu yas'aluna al-ustadha, at-talibatu yas'alna al-ustadha, nahnu nas'alu al-ustadh. MashaAllah. Now let's go number 3. We have kawin arba'a jumalin. Form 3 sentences. Form Kawin arba'a jumalin, form 4 sentences. Bikullin minha mudari'un. In each of them there should be a present tense verb mahmuzun, that is hamzated. Musnadun ila domain raf'in, and this present tense should be attached to a pronoun ma'astified domain, using all of the pronouns, just like the one we have solved previously. So now you can solve this by yourself. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our knowledge. Thanks for staying tuned. But before you go, check the description box. A link is placed there for you to either get one of our books, either 1000 Arabic words and plurals, or even 250 Arabic words and their opposites. And make sure you do not leave the join button below in order to become a member of our channel to get members only content. Until we meet again, make sure you like, share with your friends, and drop a comment in the comment section. Until then, ma'as salama.